Hi there, hey, happy good morning, happy Sunday. It is a great day. I don't really know what day this will be posted. I think it'll be posted on Sunday, so hopefully it's Sunday. So I wanted to talk about a party actually. So we're gonna get big sister talk for a second. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and we're gonna talk about the infamous Boston Elite. Let's get into the video. Okay. The Boston Elite. So if you've heard about New York Elite, LA Elite, like basically they're the richest people of the rich. And they're pretty much just these fashionistas who go out, go to all these expensive parties, have to pay to be in this like private group, all this other stuff, right? How do you get in? What's the deal? All this stuff. And I'm going to tell you everything about my first, not my last, but my first party of the Boston Elite. So I went to a Christmas party. It was a Christmas party for the Boston Elite. And what it was there, it was insane. Like the way that you have to get into the party, the way that you have to be invited to the party, the way you have to like pay to be in this like group is just the weirdest thing ever. Okay. I personally did not pay for my ticket into this party. I was invited to the party, so I did not pay. But if you do not have an invitation to the party, you do have to pay a certain amount. That I cannot give out, but it's a hefty penny. We're talking 6 figures just to get into a party. Not any party, but the party of the year. This is the party people talk about. This is something that people have dreams and aspirations to go to. It is the weirdest thing ever. Like now that this is like something that when I was younger, I was like, I want to be a part of the New York Elite. Like, I want to be those Insta people, and I want to be like, then I got to that point and I was like, take me back where I came from. Not in a bad way, but it was just like the amount that you actually have to keep up is kind of annoying. Like, if you've ever heard keeping up with the Joneses, well, that's really what it is. Like, you do have to keep up with everything. You have to keep up with your weight and your appearance and the way you look and the way you talk and the way you act and the way your online social presence is. Like, you have to keep up. Your income, if people ask you certain questions, you have to answer. There's just so much that goes into a party. It's kind of insane. So my dress for this party was a Marc Jacobs dress. So it was like an average price dress. It wasn't like anything expensive because again, I didn't know that this was a freaking ball. Like I was not aware that this was like a gala situation that you needed to be formally dressed up for. I mean, yes, I had a formal dress. It was cute. It was elegant. It was definitely like a medium dress compared to a lot of other girls. But like, I mean, other girls are still wearing like a dress like mine. So it wasn't that bad. But it was kind of crazy. So from what I personally know is that once you walk into the party, you do have to be greeted by the officers that are there. You have to give them your name, you have to give them your ID, and then you give them your coat. Well, it was also like around Christmas too, so I gave them my ID, I gave them all that other stuff. They had my entry stuff. They let me in. When they took me to the table, I was supposed to sit up. I also went with a few other people, so those other people sat with me too. And when we got there, we definitely looked like the off crowd. Just because one, I don't like to talk about race on this channel because I am not racist at all, but I'm going to here. We were not white. We were not white. So we were colored. As you see, I'm Hispanic and I was surrounded by a bunch of Black men. So it was definitely, we did get judged quite a bit for being there. So that was definitely one of the hardest things, but I got used to it after a while when people started to come up to me like, who is this girl? Why is she with a lot of guys? Things like that. So a lot of girls did start to come up to me. I actually made like 3 friends from that and it was really fun. But it was the way that the whole entire thing was set up really, really throwed me off. I can't show specific pictures because it does show specific people, unfortunately. So it's like, I just can't do that. That's for privacy reasons. But it was crazy. I'm not kidding. It was one of the craziest parties ever. It was like this picture out of Pinterest wedding vibes with seating tables and names and numbers, and you have to sit here and this is what you're going to eat. Like, it was to the point where you had to fill out what you wanted. So if you wanted fish, if you wanted chicken or whatever it was beforehand, And it was definitely like a 7-course entree. Like, he was plating it right in front of you. You were getting it taken out to you, and then you sat down, you ate, you basically got up. You would get up out of your chair, but you would not physically walk over to people until that person had like stepped away from the person they were talking to. So you could not interrupt conversations, or else it was just a little weird. So people would eventually just go up to you and be like, hi, hello, my name is blah, blah, blah. You'd have a lot of random people just want to buy you drinks, although like the drinks are free, so they would be like flirting with you in a way. It was kind of weird. Definitely, I got hit on like 3 times there, because again, they are much older men. Like, we're talking pushing 70 at this point, so of course, like, once they see somebody younger, they're gonna try and like go for them, like not trying to be cocky or anything, but they do tend to like go up to people like, hey, blah blah blah. But they're very, very, very wealthy people, so you do have to be very careful on the things you say, which is why I'm like having a hard time filming this whole video, because it's very difficult, because you expose people and stuff like that, and they don't want that to expose. But I did meet a lot of people who have helped me, you know, gain a lot of credibility within Boston. So yes, it's good, yes, it's bad, because once you get into this like club per se, you do have to hush hush about a lot of the events you go to. But they're not bad events, they're not like culty events. It's just, you can't say like who was there and like what really was happening at the party. Like, it was just a party, like it was just a Christmas party. We were raising money for charity. It was just the people that were there we can't talk about. So it was an auction event, and they were auctioning off a bunch of different things and places and like timeshares, all that other stuff. So they were offering a bunch of stuff that you had to bid on. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the highest bid was like $3 million. It was crazy. And the starting bids would start at 8,000, 5,000, 8,000, something like that. And so that's kind of what it was. And then we had dinner, we talked, and that was pretty much like the whole entire night. We didn't really get on like the dance floor. It was a lot of talking. It was a lot of getting to know people, getting to know different people, like Merry Christmas. Definitely next time would wear a formal like prom dress. I'm not kidding. Like, it like prom dress vibes, like bridesmaid vibes, like the like sexy, classy, elegante vibes is what you need to go for to these parties. So that was basically my first experience of that. I would love to go into more details, except for the fact that like you can get in a lot of trouble for doing that. So yes, it was fun, but it was an experience. It was a very big experience. So if you want to get into this crowd, understand these are a few misconceptions that people might have. And as for paying to get into the party, yes, you can do it, but it is hefty penny. It is 6 figures or more sometimes. So yes. There's more to the story. I really can say a lot, but I'm trying not to get in trouble so that I can make more videos down the line, you know? So if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns about like stuff like this that I can like try and answer my best, you know, I'm still getting used to the vlogging lifestyle. I'm not really a vlogger much, so like having to like sit at the camera and like talk about life stuff, it's kind of weird to me still. I'm still getting used to it. Still doing it. But I love every single one of you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to all of my stuff. Starbucks is good. All right, I love you. Oh, make sure you follow me on Insta.